Hello there! Right, we're on video 3 of solving quadratic equations and we are looking at completing the square. This for me was the hardest one when I was at school, so hopefully with this help it'll make a little more sense. So we're given the question up in the top there, and what we need to do is some side working first, right? So we're going to use this side of the board, and what we always do is when we're completing the square we need a set of brackets. And then inside there we always put x, and whatever half of this middle number is. So in this case it's 6, so half is 3. And it doesn't matter if it's an odd number. If it was 5, you'd put plus 2.5. And then we square it. Best way to remember that is it's completing the square. Second step for the side working, we expand these brackets. So we get x squared plus 6x plus 9, and then we think, right, this is where we start working the question. Now, how do we get from this to the question? Well, hopefully we can see that that and that are the same. So we just need to think, well, how do we get from there, plus 9 to plus 6? And hopefully you can see that we just need to take away 3. So what we do is we bring this all the way back over here now. So we've taken that across, and then we know when we expand that we're going to get this. So we need to take 3 off that, because we want eventually to get what that question is, equals 0. And then this is the hardest bit, rearranging it all. So we need to get rid of the 3 first, so plus 3. So x plus 3 is 3. We get rid of the square root. X plus 3 is square root of 3. Sorry, I should have said we're getting rid of the square by square rooting. We're not getting rid of the square root. And then x is plus or minus the square root of 3, and then we get rid of this 3 by throwing it on the other side. Some stuff there I just went through pretty quick, but I'm hoping we know how to rearrange equations. So plus, to get you 2 answers, plus the square root of 3, take away 3, and then minus the square root of 3, take away 3. We'll do another one, just to make sure we know what's going on. Should we say x squared plus 8x plus 5, just make one up. So let's complete the square then. Side working first, of course, so brackets, x, and then whatever half of the middle one is, so 4, and square it. Second step again, expand it, x squared plus 8x plus 16, and then we need to think, well, let's see again, hopefully that bit should be the same as that bit, which it is. How do we get from 16 to 5? Take away 11. So, drag it down. So, x plus 4 squared, take away 11 is 0, because we know that this bit will give us this. Chuck that over like I did last time. Square root it, so get rid of that square. Plus or minus the square root of 11. And then the final bit, chuck the 4 over. And then that'll give you 2 answers. So you do plus the square root of 11, take away 4, and minus the square root of 11, take away 4. And that'll give you 2 answers. I thought we'd just look at an exam question just to round it all off. And the exam question includes a compound shape. So hopefully we know that looking at this we can see we've got rectangles, and we need to know the area of the rectangle, base times height. So if we look at this one first, because I consider this one to be easier, 5 times x, because base times height, 5 times x, so that is 5x. And the area of this one, I'm just going to do this in one go. So we've got 2x plus 1 times x. So 2x times x is 2x squared, and 1 times x, x. Right, let's rearrange this. 2x squared, I like it to be in order, plus, now we've got 5x and an x, so we've got 6x altogether. Right? Let's look at the question now. The question says we need to show that 2x squared plus 6x take away 95 is 0. Well, we've already got the first bit, 2x squared plus 6. Where's that 95 come from? Boom! The question. Alright? So it tells us that it equals 95. And from that, we just rearrange it and we get what we're asked for. So 2x squared plus 6x take away 95 gives you 0. And that's what the question wants. Solved it. Got ourselves a couple of nice marks there. And then the second part of that, because usually they follow it on, it says solve the equation. So you could do any of the three, but I'm going to use the quadratic formula for this one. Just look at those numbers, it might be easier. So the first thing we need to do, what's A, B and C? Well, let's have a see here. We've got A is 2, B is 6, and C is minus 95. So thinking back to the quadratic formula, we plug it all in. So we've got x equals minus b, so minus 6, plus or minus the square root of b squared, minus 4ac, so 4 times 2 times minus 95, so that's minus 760, and then that's all over 2 times a, so that's 4. Just quickly simplify that, minus 6 plus or minus the square root of 36 minus minus, so we're adding, so that's 796 all over 4. And then to get your two answers from that, minus 6 plus the square root of 796 all divided by 2, that's one answer, and then the second answer would be minus 6, take away the square root of 796 divided by 2, and that'll give you two values for x. So hopefully those 3 videos have helped. Any questions or comments, please just write them underneath and I can make more videos if need be or explain different things. So hopefully that's helped. I've been Mr. Holt.